G'day there. Now, a little story about my GPZ 7000. I've had it ever since it came out, which was 9 years ago, and I've got the 14-inch coil and I've got the 19-inch coil for it as well. But as I'm getting older, it's getting heavier. Been waiting for Minelab to make a smaller coil so that I can cope with the weight, but they haven't. Nugget Finder eventually made a 12-inch coil, but I didn't find that much different to the 14. I mean, the 14-inch coil is really 13 by 14, so it's not that much bigger than the 12. I didn't want to get something that was almost the same size as what I've got anyway. So I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for something small to come out, and especially since the 6000s came out with their small coil and their lightweight, I was thinking of getting one. But at the time I tried selling this for a reasonable price and no one wanted it. So I've sort of stuck with it. But what I've done, I've ventured into the Russian coils. I thought I'll get myself an X-coil. I can get a fairly small one with that. So I did it. I bought myself the 10-inch X-coil. I ordered it about a month ago and it finally arrived. There were no great hassles getting it from way over the other side of the world. But you can see the size difference. It's probably going to be a lot better to swing in some of these bushy areas that you seem to get in the Victorian goldfields at least. And it's about 400 grams or so lighter than the other coil. It's, makes it quite a bit lighter. Better for me in my old age. Anyway, the coil, as you can see, comes with one of the old style GPX type adapters on the end of it, so it doesn't fit the GPZ because the GPZ plug has got a chip in it that activates the machine. So what you've got to do, of course, if you're game, is you've got to cut the end of the coil off and make something up to fit in between, which is what I did. There's my 19-inch coil. I didn't want to sacrifice the 14 because I'm always using the 14-inch, but I rarely use the 19-inch. It's just way too heavy, even though it's a terrific coil. But there, look, I've cut the adapter off the end of it. Well, I didn't cut the adapter off the end of it. I cut the plug off the end of it, which is this bit here. And I've connected a part that mates up to the connector on the X-coil. Not real hard to make. There it is there. So I now have a GPZ with a 10-inch coil on the end of it. So there it is with a 10-inch coil attached. Actually looks quite good. It looks far better suited to the GPZ than the 14-inch coil does. Now, whether it'll compete with the 6000 or not, I don't know. I bought it mainly for the reduced weight and making it more accessible in highly vegetated areas where you can't stick the big coil between the bushes, because that's what you've got to do to find gold these days. You've got to poke it in where the other coils can't get. Anyway, that's the latest on my GPZ 7000.